971 or Rev-Up office numbers are 572-0383 and 572-0215. Rev-Up St. Lucia, the alpha of radio.
Up next, Hard Drive, brought to you the compliments of Rambali's Funeral Parlor, JJ's Mangrove, and also Joseph Shipping Agency. Joseph Shipping Agency, the only agency in St. Lucia with 24 hours efficient service. When everyone else is asleep, we are awake. Call Joseph Shipping Agency at 484-8888. That's 484-8888. Joseph's Shipping Agency.
At Rambali's Funeral Parlor, we truly care. During life's most difficult moments, we want you to know you are not alone.
At Ram Bally's, we are dedicated to providing dignity, compassion, and comfort when you need it the most.
Our caring team is here to walk with you every step of the way, whether it's in planning a gentle farewell or celebrating the beautiful life of your loved one.
We understand how precious they are, and we promise to honor their memory with the utmost respect and love.
Let us help you find peace and solace during this challenging time.
Please reach out to us at
758-452-2021, Castries, or 758-454-9239, Latuni, Viewfort, or visit us at ramballysfuneral.com.
We're here for you, ready to listen, support,
and serve with heartfelt compassion. You can lean on us.
At Ram Bally's,
we care.
A vacation is a place where love resides, where peace reigns on the edge of tides. 12 bungalows built to your satisfaction. Dine in an exquisite restaurant on the water's edge. Escape to the Mangrove Hideaway, where life begins.
Hello there, good morning, good afternoon, good night to our listeners and to our viewers in St. Lucia and across the globe, especially those of you on Facebook, on YouTube, and also on X, and also our friends at DBS Television. Good morning, good afternoon, good night to you. This is Hard Drive for today, Monday, the 25th of August. My name is Andre Paul. Let's say good morning to the co-host of the show, none other. First of all, ladies first, lovely Kina. Kina, good morning to you.
Good morning, Andre Paul. How you doing? Good morning to the listeners, DBS, those on X, YouTube, and Facebook. Good morning, Tony Paul. How you doing?
All right. Good morning, everyone. How are you, Kina?
I'm doing great, actually.
All right. Nice to know. Nice to know. Andrew, how are you doing?
Yes, I'm well. You had a nice weekend, Tony?
Oh, gosh. Nicer than that. Really, really good weekend.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if we should go into it right away because, again, the guys had the award ceremony for the weekend, Leclerc football thing.
Mm-hmm.
Notice I'm representing today.
Oh.
Leclerc Legends.
That's right.
Mm-hmm.
They were honored over the weekend. Again, since we're there, I might as well just go with it, right? One of the guys, Bernard Black, he sent a message and after the Saturday event, and let me just read it right here, right now. It's pretty short.
Mm-hmm.
It says, "Hello guys, I watched the awards from start to finish, and I was very impressed with the show of respect we demonstrated towards each other. Congratulations to all the recipients of awards. You all deserve to be recognized for your contributions. And congratulations to the organizers whose hard work surely paid off. We certainly did not forget the greats of the past." Well written, again written by Bernard Black. Among, of course, other folks who wrote some really good stuff about the evening. The evening was the awards. Before that, there was the Veterans football match on the Friday. And during the week, there were also other events that took place. So it sort of culminated with the awards.
So that took place at the club in Leclerc?
You betcha.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
At VBCC?
Yes, VBCC.
Okay, great.
All right.
Yeah, Vidbute Cultural Club.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's one of those...
functional?
Sort of.
Okay.
It's one of those that me growing up, you were never a member, right? Huh?
Say again.
You were never a member, right?
No, but I did participate.
It's true in some events. Yes. So it's one of those, Andre, like because and Kina, because I was a sports person, and if you were into sports, you growing up, you just want to join VBCC. It's as simple as that.
Okay.
Yes, because you know what I mean. They were just the place, and the guys, you know, Andrea and Kina, with the discipline and everything that the Vidbutai Cultural Club actually showed the young people who were members of the club. They had everything from a president to a games organizer, cultural leader, the works, and there was a thing called EXCO. This is the executive committee. And if you behave bad, I'll tell you, I'll take you to EXCO, man. I report you on something, and EXCO decides your punishment. I mean, just really, really great.
The way it should be, actually. Yeah.
Absolutely. So it's one of those things, like I said, I'm going to repeat this. Growing up, you just wanted to be a member of the club. It was just beautiful. You played the sports. They played everything there. Darts, from darts to cricket to football to table tennis. Yes, as I said, table tennis. You were right.
Of course.
In terms of your participating, you would come to the club and play table tennis as well. Right.
And what's his name again? His name was Bennett.
Oh yeah, man.
Bennett from the Cleary, right?
Yeah, Chubby. Yeah.
You're on financial, you know.
Really?
Yeah, you're on financial, you know.
That's the thing, because he didn't join the club, you know what I mean? You have to be a financial. That's the thing. You have to be a financial. I even forgot that part. You have to be a
contributor.
A financial member.
Oh.
Your subs are up to date and everything.
Yeah.
If not, man, they can say you're not financial. You can't play.
So you can't play.
That's right.
But, you know, looking at everything that happened with VBCC, it was a place where everybody went. You know, pretty much the I'm looking for it, the name for it. A place where youngsters went and they could not only get together, play different games, get into sporting activities, whether it be tennis or so on, but it was a place that took a lot of people who may have gone the wrong route and actually go to VBCC, where, you know, they were mentored. And they found a place where, you know, that took them off the streets pretty much.
It's very, very true.
Yeah.
Even Bax, Marcellus Steed, he actually said that right here when we interviewed him a couple of Mondays ago. It was it last week Monday?
Last week Monday,
exactly.
Yeah.
He said that.
I wonder whether today's youngsters would be interested in that sort of thing.
Good question. Because, and Kina popped the question, is it still active? Oh, the club is there.
Yeah.
Constitution, everything is there.
But
the membership
is...
Yeah, but I mean, everything
low.
that was happening before, you mentioned table tennis, and there were darts is another one again that so many people fell in love with, and there were dart competitions around the island and so on.
Around the island.
So what's happening with that now? I think that still happens though.
Darts,
some places do still have dart boards and so on, and people still play.
Yeah.
It was more than a place for recreation, you know. And I do think if things are done and children love video games now. That's the in thing now. So if there's a place for that, you know, where they could come play video games, amongst other things, then they would.
Even the Honorable Stevenson King that we talk about, you know what I mean? He was a member of VBCC. Yeah. And whenever they had, opening and, certain things that they would do, he would be right there. He was always there, you know?
Yeah. Kina does have a good point. I guess to VBCC could be something that young people would still be attracted to if it evolved.
Yeah.
And it's not just about the dominoes and so on, but there's a Wi-Fi there.
Yes.
You can go and study there, that sort of thing. And maybe then you have more young people willing to go.
Very good
because
point.
we have to change with the times.
Very good point.
Yeah, because back in the day, there's nothing else to do except
Didn't
those
have
things.
Wi-Fi.
But those things were good because it challenged our thinking, our brain power, and so on. And also, it kept you physically active.
That's right.
I mean, the club is known for producing a lot of soccer players, cricketers, and so on.
Yes, cricketers, right?
Yeah, man.
Volleyball, basketball, netball.
And that
name
community
a few.
and networking aspect of that club was there as well, because you got to meet so many different people, and for so many people who walked through the doors of that club, when you look back at their lives and where they are now, a lot happened with a lot of them, you know.
One of the things that used to happen there was that the True Tones, in its heyday, in the initial stages, Boeingson and the True Tones used to rehearse where there's now a mini mart there.
Downstairs.
Yes, downstairs. So you know that's where they were. And I'm telling you, that was probably one of the best things the club... I don't think the club organizers or those who was president or the executive really knew, right, the ripple effect of something like that. Because when those guys, well, Boo and the True Tones began rehearsing there, that is when I was introduced now to instruments in a band. Okay? And to see the talents of these musicians, and I was like, oh my gosh, I wasn't the only one. Oh, you remember, Tony? The number of bands that came out after that. Yeah, because then you go, you like, see like a role model, and all of a sudden your life, your whole perspective changes because you're now exposed to something new that you didn't even know was out there.
I'm glad you mentioned that. You know why? Because as soon as you mentioned that bands, just grew out of the True Tones. Hibiscus from Lockleary, Hibiscus band with KK Elwin and his brother Mark was a small part of it, and of course his older brother Andre Elwin. I remember Andre playing the bass with the Hibiscus.
Of course, Tony.
You were never a member of Hibiscus?
Yes, of course.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah. But as I said, a lot of young guys in the Lockleary community all of a sudden now began playing all kinds of instruments.
Yes.
And we never had interest in those things before. Right. That's the point I'm making.
Right.
So, go ahead, Tony.
There was even a carnival band. I think you were part of the carnival band as well.
I jumped 1 year. Yeah. I didn't like it, to be honest with you.
Right.
Because I missed, the whole thing was to see the other bands. And I didn't see any other band.
Right. For me, you didn't play the drums with the band?
Yes, of course.
Carnival band, right?
Remember there was a steel pan, Tony, as well?
Obviously. Yeah, man. Steel. I remember that. Ali Coco, Ali Black playing the bass, you know what I mean? Hala was awarded Saturday night as well.
So was he there?
Right. Yeah, man.
I haven't seen Hala lives in the US, right?
Yes, he lives in the US.
So he came down especially for the occasion?
Especially for the occasion.
Wow.
He'll be leaving sometime this week. It's special for the occasion, So he received Handy. You remember Handy, right?
Yeah, of course.
Handy is here.
Wow.
Yeah, Handy was also honored.
Wow.
Yeah. And last year, Richard Sayers, I think Charles Sayers probably got something this year. So, those boys were honored and so on. Steve Black, I mentioned that last week, was honored last year. And Andre, the greatest thing, Kina, the greatest thing you can do for anyone is to honor them before they pass. And Steve Black was honored last year. He couldn't make it to come down. So he sent a video, and the video was played. Andrew, so well put together. The video was played on a big screen, and Steve Black was saying thank you very much, because he was one of the first, I understand, to get a scholarship to go overseas to play football. Imagine that, one of the first from you know what I mean? So, Andre, after that, was it earlier this year he passed, or maybe last year, Steve Black died?
I remember.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I saw KB yesterday, actually.
Really?
He was actually in our lane.
Okay.
He's looking for a cat. He and his grandson, I think. He and his grandson looking for a cat. So they're a little reluctant to go into my yard. I said, nah, just go in the yard, go on. Yeah. Free up yourself.
Okay.
Yeah. So talking about, I just said cat. So let's talk about dogs
Just
now.
1 second before we go, Andre. I am so happy we had this opportunity, and the two of you also partake, and remember VBCC as well. This means a lot to me. It'll mean a lot to the organizers and the Lockleary folks in general. We're on Facebook, we're on DBS and so on, X and YouTube, and the folks can go back, those who have maybe missed the live, and see us having a conversation about this. I think this would make them feel really, really happy.
Just a quick question. Is this still a president of the VBCC? Is there still a president?
Yes.
There is.
I'm laughing because it's kind of funny. Bones is now the president.
Okay. So what role does Wally play?
He is the accountant / financial controller kind of thing. Okay. And a lot of the times, if you need something, you go to Wally. Wally, good morning to you. I think Wally listens to the program a lot as well. You go to Wally, ask a question, and Wally probably set it up. Maybe he might refer you to Bones, who is now the president, as I said. And things can happen. And Bones working really hard, Andre, to make this. He insists he must make it happen, where the club once again is like rejuvenated. Bones insists he's working really, really hard at it.
And you go back to Kina's point. Yeah, rejuvenated, but also evolved.
Yeah,
that's important.
Which right. Very, very important.
Can't keep doing it the same old way.
Right.
Okay. So I was just saying, when I mentioned cat, let's talk about your dog, Snow. Kina.
Snow is back home. EVIA. Oh my gosh, my heart is
congrats,
filled.
man.
Oh my god.
So you
Saturday,
right.
I got up in the morning because I told the vet that I'll be coming for her on Saturday, right? So he told her that Mommy's coming to get you on Saturday. So when I called the vet, I'm like, how is she doing? And he goes, for the entire time that Snow is there, she's been very calm and everything. Today, apparently, she's so excited. She wants to get out and she wants to go walking and everything. You could tell that something is different. So I was like, did y'all give her too much of something or something? Maybe a snack or something? He's like, no. I told her that she's going home and I reminded her this morning, so she's really excited. So when I get there now to pick her up, she comes out and she's playing shy, like now she has to say goodbye to the vet and the assistant, right? And she's playing like she's so shy, she doesn't want to say anything. So the assistant said, well, Snow, you know what? I do not have any more biscuits for you. And she looked at him, he was about to touch her head, right? And she looks at him and she pulls away like, I want biscuit instead, right? And the vet said, does she have any children? I was like, no. And he says, well, she is so into the other pups that's
Snow is a
coming
little girl
around.
with children.
I know, right? I said, no, she's just a puppy. And he's like, the reason why he asked, because she was so into the other pups around. She wanted to play. She was looking. She was excited. When we got home, oh my goodness. I was like, Snow, behave, chill. You're going to hurt yourself, chill. Snow just took over the house. Let me tell you, she's running around. But mind you, she don't want to go outside, eh? She remembers.
Once bitten.
Yes,
twice shy.
she remembers. So every time I'm like, okay, let's go outside. She's like, she's getting as close to the door, but she doesn't want to go, right? But inside, oh my goodness, Snow is on top of the world. This morning, I'm like, Snow, I have to go to work. You have to stay home alone. I need to take you out to urinate before I leave. And she's like, huh? Do I have to go out there again? So I had to take her, bring her out. But she's so happy to be back. And I made sure I got her a present as well. I got her a present. I got her a teddy, another teddy, so she loves that and stuff like that. So she's good.
So, Gina, when you first saw her, did she have anything to say to you?
Thank you very much.
No, I got kisses on my cheek. You could see in her eyes and everything, like whatever.
Oh my goodness.
You know what I can't wait for scientists to do? Just create this app or something, so when the dog is trying to communicate, maybe barking or something, they could tell me what she's really thinking at that point. That's what I really want. But I got kisses and I got hugs. She stayed really, really close. Yeah. On the drive home, she stayed really close, and I got kisses on my cheek, so that made me
all right. Well, we're all happy. We're all happy for Snow
and for its mommy. sorry. These days you can't call dogs it, for her mommy.
Yes.
No, seriously, dogs actually do so much for you when they're in your company.
I
Let
agree.
me tell you.
I agree.
It's
I
amazing
agree.
to have them around, yeah.
I agree.
And they too have evolved, so much, because they're now inside, they're no longer outside. So she knows when to go out to pee. She opens the door on her own, by the way, because when I took her out this morning, I made sure I just slightly, pushed the door, and I said, Snow, open on your own, because I'm trying to get her around. And she did.
Okay.
She kind of nudged it and went in, yeah.
I like stories, right? So let me give you a dog story about my favorite dog, my one and only Spot. Okay.
Spot.
I think Tony should remember. So we the fellas, I remember Bones was there again, Tony. The usual gang, Bones was there, and Thomas was there as well. These are the faces I remember at that time. So we were at the beach there, what it was called Malabar. Right now, couples, right? Is it still called couples?
I think so.
No.
They changed
The name will eventually
ownership.
come. Yeah.
What is that, rendezvous?
Rendezvous. That's right.
So we're in the rendezvous area there, doing a rendezvous. So we decided to go on an excursion, right? So we said, fellas, let's just go up to Groseley, but we'll do it along the shoreline, right? So we started on this expedition, and I had Spot with me. So Spot, of course, had to take the lime because we all going, not realizing what trouble we're going to look for.
Oh, gosh.
What trouble we're going to look for.
What?
So we're going along the shoreline and so on, and we got to a point, Tony. I don't remember exactly where that was.
Me too.
All I know is that there was a cave there.
I'm wondering if it's somewhere around that little, because I remember we reaching that little. Is it a hotel or
Maybe Marisol, maybe
Marisol area? But
area?
past Marisol, right? Marisol area. That little hotel / restaurant there, which is still there, I think.
Yeah.
can't remember the name, man.
Marshall?
So-
Somebody, please send me the name of that place. But yes,
we're on the coastline. That's
We're
where we
on
are.
the
On the
coastline,
coastline.
man.
Just by shock around that area or for the
Could be
shorter?
there, could be further up. I'm not.
it
We're not.
just
We're not
seemed
too
like
sure.
it was so far.
Yeah,
it
you're
seemed
not
like
too
we had
sure.
walked so much.
But we're walking. Oh boy. So we got to a point now where we found ourselves confronted with a cave. And you could hear the waves lashing against this cave. Right? So we were trying to hold on to the rocks and so on to kind of cross over, right, the cave. And then now the guys realized I had spot. And they said to me, they can't hold spot and hold on to the rocks at the time because there's some crevices in the rocks, that kind of thing.
Andre, I was scared as hell. You too?
I mean,
I was so afraid
to go over because
Because yes,
once the wave hits you, that's it. You're
That's
gone.
it.
yeah, because you can't come back up.
That's
the
right.
risk you took as a child.
Yes.
If our grandmother only knew that.
Yeah, exactly.
So
But go ahead.
So the guy said to me, I'll have to climb now with spot to go all the way up the mountain, or look like a mountain to me. At that time, I don't have a choice because I realized for true the fellas cannot take spot away, from me and to hold spot and for them to be safe as well. So I went up the thing. I carried spot the best I could, and we got up to the top of that place there. All I see is bush all over the all over the place. Bush. So hear me out, fellas. No answer.
What?
Fellas.
Memories, boy.
No answer.
Yeah.
Oh, geez.
I said, fellas. No answer. Hear me out.
That means I already went with the fellas already.
So nobody hearing me.
No
And
way.
I said, oh my God, I'm in big trouble because I don't know where
Yes,
I am.
yes,
I
right.
can't see a road, nothing. I don't know what to do.
Yeah.
So I did the next best thing, which is to pray. Please save me and my dog. Save me and my dog. And a miraculous thing happened. Spot started sniffing
Oh.
all through she just started sniffing. So you could see she's wagging her tail and she's moving. And something said to me to follow Spot. And that's how I met up with the guys.
So they were on their way.
Yeah,
Well,
we were gone.
yeah.
And we
I
left
mean-
him because he had to struggle to hold the dog.
Yeah.
Because that means it would slow him down.
I mean,
Yes.
they were waiting for
They
me.
were waiting for you.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, on the other end.
They wouldn't have left
On
me.
the other side.
Yes.
Right.
But boy, that was one scary experience.
I can
And that's what I
imagine.
said, that dog boy.
yeah.
At that time there, I think that dog saved me because I wouldn't know how to find the guys. I was so
You
scared. I was
wouldn't
so
know.
scared.
Yeah.
Yeah. So eventually we met up with the guys. Boy, oh boy, I was so happy when I saw everybody. And that day, boy, Tony, I was hungry. We were hungry.
Yeah.
And we saw somebody having a picnic, right? We're having and ice cream was being shared. Ice cream. Boy, that day, literally, my mouth was watering that day because you're longing for the thing, and they're telling you look some,
Oh, wow.
And I had the best part. See how it we were good partners in those days.
Yeah.
When we got on the main road, when we got to Grosel, I think Grosel,
We walked to
and we were walking, getting back now on the so-called highway. It was the highway back in those days.
Uh-huh.
We got to where Mr. Odlem lives there, John
Yes.
Odlem and his family,
Yes.
and there was a bakery there selling local bread. One person I think had 10 cents. Yeah, and we were able to buy the loaf of bread for 10 cents. And you know what happened?
We shared
The
that.
fellas shared that. Everybody got a piece of the bread. Everybody got a little piece of the bread. That was amazing, man.
Yeah.
That was amazing.
Andrew, that's a heck of a story.
You
Yeah,
remember,
it
right?
is.
What?
Especially with
what?
sport leading the way.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. That's a heck of a
That's
story,
amazing.
man. And again, all with the celebration of VBCC, the legends and all of that. That we
Yeah.
talk about all of this. This is all good.
Because a lot of these guys who were in the club, we're all partners.
Yeah.
We're all good. We were good friends. And I keep saying, Tony, the friendship wasn't just confined to the localized Leclerc
Leclerc
area.
area.
This thing went far.
Yes, Sans
It went
Souci,
far. Yeah. Summersdale,
Summersdale,
Bizet,
that's right.
where Heather used to live there. What's it called again? Look,
Sunny Acres, right here.
Yeah,
Sunny Acres.
Sunny Acres. Marisil. And Marisil, the Marisil connection was because of the students from Marisil were in the Leclerc school. Okay? So their friendship extended far and wide, man. All in
And
the
do you
city.
think
And oh my gosh.
that BBCC was what actually did it for you guys?
Well,
That it was a place that everybody came. And not just came to play, but to get together and got to know each other. But it took people far and wide to come into one location.
That's good too, but even yesterday, and when we were talking and stuff, the guys were saying that just growing up in La Clary, it was a camaraderie that we had, was like none other.
Yeah.
Okay.
And of course, VBCC extended that and disciplined us. The discipline that was it with
Yes.
VBCC, amazing. You cannot enter the club barefooted without a shirt on. I mean, that just says everything.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
So many
Then there was
things
order.
instilled
There was
from
order.
a very young
There was
age,
order.
and many kept it.
Yeah.
Right. Right.
Yeah, man. Yeah. So those were days. Those were the days.
Yeah.
Really, really good stuff. Good stuff. But I guess, to everything there is a season. That was how it was for us back in the day.
Right.
And now things have changed. And I like the point you made there earlier that we need to now start evolving and trying to meet the young people where they are. Not just say, okay, well, we have internet here, because we don't want to spoil the ship, kind of thing. Yeah, we need to evolve.
I know for Wi-Fi, I believe there is Wi-Fi up to now, or maybe it has been cut because again, maybe not being used.
Maybe they pay the bill.
Not necessarily, but not being used because you know what I mean.
Because
People are just not
they're
really
not
there.
as
You know what I mean?
often,
Right.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So enough stories. Now let's get to business. The Tomaso bread place today. All right. Stew backs, saltfish, ground provisions, cucumber salad, and lentils. So stew backs today. Today, I think you say you love the stew backs, right?
No, man. I like stew, but not backs.
Yeah. You just like,
I love stew. Stew everything.
Yes.
Not backs.
But not back.
Yeah, I don't like
Okay.
backs.
Yeah.
I
know Kina is something.
I
is
love
the
stew
complete
back.
opposite.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. Even the border.
Oh, yeah.
The
The only way I don't eat backs, I had backs fried for the first time, and I didn't like it.
Oh, really?
And somebody said to me they love fried backs.
I have nothing on it.
Yeah,
When you
but,
fry it.
eggs.
No, when you fry it, it's different. The bones aren't that soft, and it's not the same. Yeah.
Okay, so don't forget the Tomaso bread place today. Get your stew backs, saltfish, ground provisions, cucumber salad, and lentils.
Oh,
As I keep
nice.
saying, that's the real food. That's the stuff that promotes good health, right? And gives you what I call the gut health.
The gut health,
This is so important. It is so important. I mean, sometimes I think I'm embarrassed of myself. I go sometimes about 4 times for the day, Yeah, about 4 times go and sit on that toilet.
Oh, really?
Yeah, about 4 times
Wow.
sometimes. Yeah, and as I said, there's no strain, there's no,
That's great, actually.
I think
five
that's-
minutes.
that's probably really
5
good.
minutes,
That's
I'm
really
done.
good.
I'm done, and sometimes I go in there with my phone sometimes to have a little
You
conversation.
shouldn't be in there with your phone.
No, because yeah.
Every single time. There are times where I'm ready to go and I'm like, wait a second, I ain't have my phone. I go in back for my
Oh,
phone.
really?
Yeah.
I used to go in there with a book before and read.
Right.
And sometimes even after I'm done and everything, I'm still reading. I found myself still sitting there reading, and I had to stop that habit. It was really bad.
Yeah, a lot of
I
people say
don't
that.
take
People-
anything with me anymore.
People go there, if you're a smoker, smoke their cigarettes and so on. Why
And I
not?
think maybe a reason for that is because the amount of time that they take inside there.
True, Yeah.
true.
They'll be there for a half hour. But the good gut health, you go there, it's pleasurable. It's pleasurable. Imagine that you actually feel pleasure. It's not, you're not straining and this.
I've heard people say that.
Yeah.
Yeah, some people
They just
do say
love to.
it's just,
So that's the kind of food that can give you the
It's
good
one of
gut
the
health.
most peaceful places, by the way, because you could get to close the door and you're just there in your own world
That's
for a
what I'm
little
talking
bit.
about.
Nobody's
Close the
disturbing
door.
you. Yeah.
All right, so don't forget stew backs, saltfish, ground provisions, cucumber salad, and lentils. Other, of course, the usual CMOS flavors, coconut, ginger, peanut, and peanut punch, and regular CMOS with flaxseed and chia seeds. All the good stuff at the Tomaso bread place today. Now, I want to say good morning to a very dear friend of mine who's listening in the United States. His name is Leslie. Sometimes he used to message us in the past, just a little hail and thing. But today he specifically said to me that he's listening right now.
All right.
So he lives in New York City.
Okay.
So,
morning, Leslie.
Morning, Leslie. The entire family. especially your wife, and boy Tony. I mean, talks about his grandchildren all the time. Yeah, there's something about the grands, boy. I don't know what it is.
It hits different. Because I think for you see it with your parents, right? That when they were a lot more stricter with you, and now the grandkids come around, it's like, oh my gosh, don't touch, don't do this, my baby, my this. It's different. It's different. Yeah.
Yeah. So Leslie, have yourself a great day, and thanks for checking us out.
Yes.
All right.
Definitely. Andrew,
Okay.
before we move on, let me say good morning to Linda, same DBS. Linda was here on,
Good
was
morning,
it Friday?
Linda. Friday, yes.
Yeah, Linda was here on Friday
Yes,
at
she was.
our offices.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Ah.
We had a nice chat, you know. Also, what happened is Linda showed me her hand, and she got bitten by her dog.
Her dog.
Badly, Andre.
Oh my.
Badly. Because Keena can relate to that. That's why I hurriedly introduced Keena to
You
her.
see, I can relate to that. Eh?
No,
Okay.
because this is what happened with Snow. I think that's
Oh, that's what you mean?
yeah.
The way, why her dog bit her is because that dog, Massive, was going to bite a smaller dog.
And she
And she
intervened.
intervened.
And
Yes,
Andre, it just
and-
grabbed her hand and crushed a bone or two in her hand.
Wow.
So she had stitches and a little surgery and so on. And yeah. It was, Linda, I hope you're listening. It was so good to see you.
Yeah, it was
Wow.
great to see
Swear.
her as well.
Yeah,
Yeah.
man.
Wow. So what is somebody supposed to do in a situation like that? Your own dog turns on you.
No, it didn't turn on her,
It didn't turn
actually.
on her.
She just intervened and she placed her hand so it wouldn't, go after the smaller dog.
That's right.
Oh,
That's what happened.
So okay,
Yes.
okay.
That's
Now I
right.
understand.
There's no,
That's
yeah.
right.
Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy.
Mhm.
So kind of simple, kind of similar.
That's
Yeah.
right.
In Keena's case, the owner wasn't there at the time.
That's right.
Wow,
Yes.
wow, boy. I mean, these animals are sweet and everything, but boy, their nature now, their nature
Yeah,
is
you
something
know.
else.
Especially when they're mixed, because the temperament is different. So you never know. It could be something quite simple.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And it's a mixed breed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why she mentioned that. It's a mixed breed that she had.
Okay, Linda. Well, I didn't know about that, so
Andre, I didn't know
let me
either,
just
man.
say sorry
Yeah.
to hear that.
Yeah.
Let's hope that you recuperate as quickly as
Speedy
possible.
recovery,
Right.
Linda.
Mhm.
Kisses. Mwah.
Yes. The stitches should be taken off, I think she said, between, sometime this week.
Sometime this week she mentioned.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, alrighty. Now, I mentioned last week, and I think I mentioned it this morning. I mentioned it last week, Friday, that we finally got the green light to change over from 97.1 to 95.9.
Okay,
Okay.
great.
Now, let me just give a little history again for those of you who do not know. When we first came on, we were, I think that's one of the frequencies Tony was very, very happy to get. There's something about 97.1 that just rolls off the tongue very, very nicely,
Yes.
very comfortably.
Back in
So-
the day, Radio St. Louis.
Yeah, so Tony was very, very happy with the 97.1 FM. Now, we didn't do our due diligence. We ourselves, we should have followed up to ensure that everything was okay, that there was no disturbance and stuff, no outside distractions from other stations. We just figured as though that was not our responsibility. Whoever was supposed to take care of it, and we ended up with a situation now where many parts of the island, we had have a friend station. I shouldn't say had, we still have a friend station that shares the same frequency. So they just interrupt, and they just overwhelm us completely. So many parts of St. Lucia, up to now, just can't get us. And then that's just one of the downsides to that particular thing. So we tried our best to address it whatever way we could, but there's nothing that can be done. As a matter of fact, the friend station itself now, they wrote the NTRC, telling the NTRC that we are now interrupting their broadcasting. So we thought it was just them doing us. So it actually ends up the other way. And now, a couple of weeks ago, we found out now that Radio St. Lucia, I think, what did you call them? RSL FM or something like that? Is a new name.
St. Lucia FM.
St. Lucia
Lucia
FM.
FM.
Yeah.
Right. They're also leaking into our broadcast,
Badly.
and we are also leaking into theirs. I don't know how these things happen, but maybe the transmitters are so close to each other.
I'm not sure how
we
it
don't know.
happens,
But yeah. So we realized we just needed to do something about it, and the biggest decision was for us now to actually give up the 97.1 because the whole branding was done on 97.1, and I can tell you, it was a lot of work.
Yes.
And it costs a lot as well.
It costs a lot of money.
To get everything.
Even the
Right.
stuff that's behind you, the posters and so on, that's behind you, that's behind us here,
Yeah.
we'll have to change.
Everything.
Yeah.
Everything. Out downstairs.
Yes,
On
everything.
the front door.
Yeah.
I think the most challenging is the
Online or something?
no, we didn't get to online yet. The station IDs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We have to redo all
the
of
station
them,
IDs.
and of course have some new ones as well. So this is expensive, right? It's very, very expensive. So this is where we're at, and the process has begun. Our technician now will be making the change over in about 2 weeks' time. I think starting from today. So maybe Tony, in the next 2 weeks, the Sunday before the Monday. I suspect most likely Fire will do it on the Sunday. Yeah, make the changeover. So we're hoping now to get some of the new jingles, some of the new station IDs before we actually make the changeover, so people can kind of get used to it. So we're working on that right now. Yeah. So that's where we're at. So it's going to be 95.9 FM. Now, Tony, I tried locking it in my car. I don't know why. Maybe it's because there's no signal. I couldn't get it to lock.
Yeah. Oh, because there's no signal there, yes.
There's nothing there yet.
There's
so
nothing
maybe
there
that's
yet.
most
Yeah.
likely why.
Okay.
You're right.
All right. I thought
Because I guess it would pick up something. But if there's nothing, it can get it. Yeah.
Okay.
So-
Because
so-
I
so-
was. Yeah. Go ahead.
So what will happen or can and should happen as soon as we are there, even though we're not quite okay.
We're making the transition over.
Right, right. But something will be there, like you say, in about 2 weeks' time, or even we could even start trying it now, then and turning off. Then anytime you try to lock in, it would, because there's something there, but it's just not on. You
I understand.
I
I
mean,
understand.
right.
Because imagine I was on the West Coast on Saturday, and I tried listening, just to check it out to ensure that I couldn't get it.
Well,
I couldn't.
That's a beautiful thing.
Yeah. Give me a lot of stress.
If you can't get nothing, that means it's clean and
Yeah, it's
clear
clean,
when
it's
we
clean.
get there.
Yeah, yeah.
Nice rhyme. Clean
Yes.
and clear when we get there. You know what I mean? That's good news. Yeah.
Yeah. But I only hope most people will hear the announcements and that they can change over, because again, when we're used to doing something, yeah. I know there's some listeners down in the Sufra area there, because of that leaking again, that they just said, okay, when you guys get your stuff together, then we'll
come back.
Yeah, we're gonna come back.
Here's another thing. We've spoken about it as myself, you, and the family. What we've spoken about is perhaps keep both of them just for a short while. Just for a short while. Again, and we would continue to talk about it on the radio, right? So that folks will know, well, okay, move over, and then we'll change over completely, maybe in 2 weeks' time. For example, 2 weeks, we're on 95.9 and 97.1.
No, you can't do it like that.
For
Yeah,
real?
Yeah.
Yeah, so just change over.
Yeah, you can't do it. Just think of it. There's one transmitter.
It's one transmitter.
Yeah, so once you switch over, that's it. So the other one goes off.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Makes sense. Oh.
So between now, that's why we're talking about it right now. Between now and the next 2 weeks, we're just going to keep reminding,
Yeah.
and hopefully we'll get some of the jingles / station IDs already mentioning the 95.9. So those of you who are listening, as I said, I can't get it locked on my radio for sure in my vehicle. I don't know if anybody else can, but that's how it is for now. So I can't tell anybody lock it, so that when we come on, it can just change over, right? So, all right, so that's where we're going. Any other comments on this particular matter? Anything you guys want to say on this matter? All I know for us, we put a lot of resources into 97.1, and that's the part that kind of hurts,
Yeah.
to be honest with you. Yeah, it pains you, because people are already used to it, especially via the social media. I mean, we have to change all of that. All that has to be changed. I mean, it's really, really, really going to be a tedious effort.
Yes.
But what to do? C'est la vie. So those of you who want to open new radio stations, come to talk to Tony and myself. You can avoid a lot of stress. Okay? Alrighty. Yes. So I said I was down on the West Coast there on Saturday. We had a very, very good vibe at Country Lime. That was a fundraising event for somebody at Sugar Beach Resort. I think they said he was in an accident, and I think he lost the ability to walk. Yeah, so they're trying to raise funds to assist that gentleman. So I could tell you that the staff from the Sugar Beach, boy, they came out in large numbers. The place was too small.
Oh, that's
I'll say 50% of the crowd there were able to come inside. The other, well, no, I lie. 40% probably came inside. The other 60% were outside.
Really?
Ooh,
Yeah.
wow.
The place was packed. Hot.
That's great.
It was hot. I mean, there were fans there. There were fans, ceiling fans and so on. But because of the sheer numbers.
The numbers inside.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
that would happen.
People had to come in and go out after a while because it was just a little uncomfortable after a while. Yeah. So that was a good event. But what I really want to mention, not necessarily the event, the trip down there. They've done some work in the cul-de-sac area. There's still a little area there that is that still needs a little smoothing. Yeah. But overall, there's some improvements. Not all the way from cul-de-sac to Soufrière. So there's some areas that still need work.
Okay.
That's for sure. But it's been much improved.
Okay.
I know, Tony, you don't really lime, and Kina don't really lime, but at the entrance there to the Millennium Highway, around the roundabout, they've done like 3 lanes. Okay, and I don't know if they plan to have some education campaign, but I think motorists are figuring it out that the two lanes there for ascending traffic and the single lane for descending. I think that's what we have come up with.
Okay.
But there's nothing official to say that's what it is.
At least people are trying to figure their way around, and hopefully there'll be some educational campaign.
I hope so.
Later on, so
I hope so.
that'll be good.
I really, really hope so.
Maybe
Because
when
I'm
it's
not sure.
completed and the markings and everything will probably
Yeah.
tell us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's a beautiful piece of road.
Okay.
Okay? Be that as it may. Well, as I said, there most of it between Canaries, between Anse-Lorraine to Canaries is all right. And then you have the Canaries to Soufrière, a little more challenging there. But quite a bit of work has gone into it. Right. So that's one thing that is positive. Here's another thing that really excites me, to be honest with you,
It is.
is the long delayed Castries to Groselet highway expansion. Yes, moving forward. And the Prime Minister confirmed that funding has been secured, and the first phase will start from the Morshy Gap, going all the way to Cap Estate.
Oh, great.
I think the entrance of, well, I don't know if you'll want to go all the way inside Cap. I don't know how far it'll go. But that is really, really good news.
That's great news, actually.
The only thing is that we have to now be patient. I think the Prime Minister was saying we may have to use the back roads and so on. I'm sure you can use the main road, but, well, no, I shouldn't say that. I shouldn't say that. Depending on maybe the challenges involved, it may be difficult to have even one-way motoring.
Yeah.
Maybe. But they said that they're going to be expanding on some of the back roads in the VBCC area there.
I think they've already started somewhat. That area.
Yeah, and I think it's important because you're going to have a heavy flow of traffic. Even now, I mean, you have guys who drive coasters, and they take that road, the VBCC road.
Yeah.
I'm saying, but listen, I mean, I know you want to make it up north, but think, the road is so narrow. You come in there with a massive coaster, and the road is narrow. But
When there's a backup of traffic, the first thought, back road.
Yeah.
Everybody wants to get away from it.
That's right.
Yeah.
But I'm saying, yes, that is true. That is true. You're right. But I'm saying, shouldn't somebody with those massive vehicles think and say, well, if I do that, I'm going to be placing other motorists at a disadvantage because the roads are narrow, extremely
Maybe
narrow.
what could happen in the future is to build roads capable with just one lane for people with bigger vehicles. So go that way. Trucks and coasters and so on, you know.
So, yeah, so that's really, really good news.
It is.
Because I remember when, and I don't know what the look of it will be. I suspect maybe the authorities will probably show us, have some kind of demo to show what it's going to look like. But I remember, I think, it's going to look like what we have the dual carriageway. I'm just thinking that's what it may be. So, what about the access roads now? How will that work out? I was wondering about, when I say access road, for example, you have traffic from, say, Marisil. There are a number of access roads there, roads that take you to I'm just trying to think of the number of there are a whole ton of them.
There are a few
There are
of
a
them.
few of them in the
these
Marisil area.
access roads.
Marisil Current.
Yeah, Corinth and so on is one.
Can you all envisage as to how that's going to look? Because I don't know.
Yeah.
Because you have residents who are going to be coming from those
Right,
access roads.
Right.
Yes,
Right.
yes. It's going to be very difficult, but I guess we all have to work together
That's the thing.
to ensure that everything goes smoothly. That's all it is.
Patience.
Be
You know what I
patient.
mean? You remember what we kept talking about the Chaussee Road, your Calvary Chaussee Road, when they were for a long time it was just a mess. Finally, it's done, and we are enjoying it now. So just perhaps we have to be patient. Just perhaps once it's started, that's it.
I hope the authorities give us a look. Let us see what the thinking is, how it's going to look in the final analysis.
That would be nice
Because
too,
my
yes.
major concern there are those access roads, because that's what creates the problem in the first place.
Uh-huh.
You have people coming out from all these points, right? These
Yeah.
different points, and every time you have to stop to allow them to go. And so even the so-called roundabout by SNS there.
Yeah.
I don't. You say you don't really drive there very often.
Not very often, no.
But that's
But
I find that is to me. I don't even know how to use it. To be
right,
honest with
exactly. It's confusing.
you. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, there's something online people could go view it that says how to go around the roundabout and so on.
I see motorists coming from SNS, and they come out, and they just stop.
Mm-hmm.
Now I'm wondering, do they have the right of way? Because they just stop. I thought that they had the right of way. Once they get on, they just get onto that round thingy that's
The
there
mini roundabout.
that we have to give way. But I see them just stopping. I guess they're not taking any risks.
Yeah.
Yeah, most likely.
Especially they want to go around it,
Right.
like if they're heading back to the city.
Right.
Oh, yeah. And to go back to the issue of roads, right? A lot of times we're expanding on the roads and we're building proper road networks. But it's also important for drainage and sidewalks as well, because sometimes we don't factor in, pedestrians along those roads, and vehicles traversing the roads as well. A lot of pedestrians are at risk because, there's barely any sidewalk for them to, walk on. And if we have to take in individuals that have bicycles as well too. That's something else as well, that going forward we ensure that pedestrians, their sidewalks, so they could walk along the roads properly instead of trying to compete because that's what happens. It's a challenge for a lot of them to walk along the roads in St. Lucia.
Yeah, I'm curious to see what the final product is going to look like. But anyway, I mean, I'm not an engineer, so definitely the government engineers know what they're doing. Let's hope that we're all going to be happy.
I think we all
with the
gonna
final
be
product.
happy in
Now,
the
there's
final
of course a
product.
little downside to it, because if it's going to look anything like the dual carriageway, here's the downside. I'm sorry to say that. I'm sorry to say it, but a lot of people are gonna die on that place, on that highway. That's the reality. That's the reality.
Because of the speeding and so on.
Oh
that
yeah.
was-
Just see the behavior, Tony, on the dual carriageway.
It's true.
The minute the guys get on, let's just say
It's
from
true.
the VG roundabout there, the minute they get on, it's like, let's go.
Yeah.
And they don't care.
Oh yeah.
It's true.
We
And
can't stress this enough as it relates to safe driving in St. Lucia. No matter how much we say, it still happens. People drive recklessly. A lot of them are on their phones. They don't think they tailgating. A lot of things are happening
Yeah.
on our roads, and it's sad. Because you have to be repeating the same thing to adults. Somehow they have forgotten what they learned at driving school.
And a lot of our drivers are angry. Just angry.
Yeah.
There was one evening, I remember I was up in Bocage there, and I'm going to, it was on a hill, and I'm trying to reverse to go into a garage so I could go back and head back into the city. Some young fellas coming down there with a speed. Now I realize the guy is speeding. I'm watching him in my rearview mirror. So I just kind of stop because I see the guy coming on like he doesn't give a hoot. So I just stopped. I put the hazard on, and there was just very little space for the man to pass, and he's trying to pass. There's very little space. I'm about to reverse, but I can't reverse now because he's behind me. They were tailgating. He's already behind me. So what am I supposed to do? He made sure he was able to go to my left side and to curse me up. Oh yeah.
Oh my.
To curse me up, man. I mean, he let me have it. I said, Mr. Boy, what am I so angry about?
That's the thing.
I didn't respond, to be honest with you. I didn't say a word.
Road
Yeah.
rage.
Oh boy.
I mean, the man doesn't know who I am, right? He just started cursing. And of course, I had the windows up and stuff, and the little tints there, so I don't think he saw the person in the vehicle. But I'm just saying that reaction, the first reaction is to curse me.
It's true. Yeah. That's what they do. You know,
The first reaction is always anger.
Uh-huh.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, they act like they don't do anything wrong on the roads, right? We all do foolishness sometimes, we all.
Yeah.
But in my particular case, I was about to stop so I can reverse. But he just came down with a speed. So I put on the hazard to indicate to him that, hey, take it easy. Hey, my partner made sure he find a way past me. The road was narrow, just to curse me up.
He let you have it, boys.
Brother man. Yeah.
Angry, man. I don't know where all this anger
There
came
was
from,
one
but we are
time.
angry,
There was
man.
one time I was in the Leslie Land area there, and this gentleman, I haven't seen him in a while. He's told me he's all stooped whenever he walks. And if I haven't seen him in a while, he's all stooped like that kind of way.
Yeah.
And he was crossing the road, and I'm allowing the gentleman to cross the road. A fella behind me, but they're getting on. I guess maybe he couldn't see that I was
That's
trying
what you
to
were doing.
allow the gentleman to
That's
cross,
it.
and made they're getting on. So I parked the vehicle on the side, and he stopped, to tell me. So I say, partner, didn't you see I'm allowing the old sick gentleman to cross the road? You could see he felt like a fool at that point, because then he realized for truly the gentleman was still making his way across.
Okay.
But he's so impatient, so angry. Wow, boy, wow.
Yeah, sometimes because you're at the back, a lot of times drivers, maybe because they're distracted, they only see the vehicle directly in front of them. And that's what they're focused on for some individuals. But some individuals focus on 3 or 4 vehicles ahead. They look left, they look right to see what's happening in front of them. And thereby, if anything were to happen, they're already prepared. And that's how we should be driving. Because if you're driving, if you're not tailgating, it gives you enough viewing space to see exactly what's happening ahead of you. If you're right behind the vehicle, what are you going to see? Really?
Now, there are times, right, depending on the road or the street that you're on, it's difficult to park on the side to talk to somebody who maybe is telling you something important, right? So I know that happens to me. There's somebody saying something important to me, and I need to stop the vehicle just for a few seconds to allow the person to say what they have to say. And our drivers are so impatient. The minute you stop, it's beep, beep.
But some of them do know that you shouldn't be stopping there, whether it's just to have a conversation with somebody. It could be a few seconds. The most important thing will be like, okay, you know what, just call me. Here's my number. But some people are so impatient, they don't care.
Yeah. Right.
They don't care.
Now, I was just going to make a point. Now, I'm aware of that. I'm aware of it. So when somebody stops in front of my vehicle, right, with their vehicle, I try to be patient. I wait at least a good 30 seconds to see what they're doing.
What's happening.
Right? Because I'm saying to myself, I know what that's like. Sometimes somebody is talking and saying something important to you.
Right.
Yeah.
So I just chill for just a little while. I mean, if it gets ridiculous, 60 seconds, 120 seconds, that's something else.
Then you're going to honk your horn, right?
Yeah.
Up to Saturday, that happened to me, I'm, ready to go. Let's go. And a guy just stopped right in front of me. A guy came out of a store, talking to the guy. And I'm like, same thing you just said, Andre. Patient. Okay. All right. I understand. Because, I might want, it may happen to me sometime. So I'm patient. I'm watching and watching. And I'm in a hurry. I ain't going to lie. All of a sudden, the guy, after speaking to the guy, making me wait, he enters the vehicle. I'm like, look at that.
Some people do it deliberately, right? There are instances
I
where
think so
I've
too.
seen it happen.
Yeah.
That, 2 individuals are there and they figure that person is honking at the back, and I've heard it too. That's why we're just going to stay there. We'll blow your horn, man.
It's true. It's true.
Like jump, blow your horn. And they just make some people's lives miserable.
Yeah.
All right. So moving right along, government senator, and of course he's a parliamentary secretary in the Ministry of Tourism, Gibeon Ferdinand. He's confirmed that he will not be contesting the Mico South seat. Okay. Now, even though that's where Alan Chasney is,
That's right.
Alan
Yes,
Chasney.
yes,
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
what
So
the
he
BW
tried twice already.
is.
Yeah.
Tried twice. But of course, Mr. Chasney is almost like a Richard
behemoth.
Frederick.
A behemoth.
Yeah,
Yeah.
behemoth. Almost like a Richard Frederick, almost like a Stevenson King.
King, right?
Yeah, these guys are like kings in those constituencies, because especially if you really do work the constituency, you serve the constituency, you service the constituency. I mean, you do what you're supposed to be doing. It's tough getting you out.
Or if it's a safe seat.
Well,
Meaning
although
people
Tony-
vote there all the time.
Yeah.
that's true. But
Yeah.
remember, that's changing, huh? because you have more young voters right now. That's changing.
true.
We saw it happen in Miku, is it Miku North? Miku North?
I can't help you there. But yes,
Was it Denry?
Miku North.
Yeah. So this is changing. I mean, right now we have Labry still seem to be
Labry.
still sticking with Labour no matter what.
Yeah.
But
No matter
that
what.
may change.
That may
And
change, you never know.
at any time.
Nola hit that. Nola, hi, good morning.
That's true. Yeah. So I think he's conceded and realized, hey, you know something, let me allow somebody else
After two
to try.
defeats, I mean, it's never easy for a politician to step back, but when they do, it takes a lot for them to get to that point. Because you now realize, you know what, instead of me just being there, and, you know, it's all about the party and the party's best interests, you know. Yeah.
Either get a younger person
Yeah.
or something to give it a shot.
Maybe a different outcome might happen, and that's what they're looking for. Ultimately, it will come down to whether voters believe Dr. Harak Singh or, you know, the leader of the opposition and the MP for that area, which is Alan Chastney.
Yeah.
The voters will still have to decide.
It's Lilia, right? Lilia Harak Singh?
No, I think her daughter,
Her daughter.
Dr.
Oh.
Shanda Lee Harak Singh.
Aha.
And I wonder, is it Harak Singh or Harak Singh? I'm not sure, to be honest with you.
Harak Singh, I'm not sure.
Yeah, I asked them to say Harak Singh. Yeah, but I mean, I know the mother.
Oh, you do?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
nice lady. I think she was a nurse in the community for many years, serving the
Yes.
community. So,
Yes.
and I know she was heavily involved in the politics. And of course, now I guess the children now are probably following suit. I think she's tried herself. You know, I think she's tried.
I remember. That's why I'm thinking.
Yeah.
I first said Lilia Harak Singh. I think she has tried. Yeah.
So great lady. It's just a pity that she didn't get a chance. But the daughter's name is Dr. Shanda Lee Harak Singh. I don't know if she's a medical doctor or she has a doctorate.
I think
wonder.
she's a medical doctor.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, so we wish her all the best. Wish her all the best, right? Going up against a behemoth, in the person of Alan Chastney. Now, we can't get away from the fact, folks, that we are all human. We are all human. Now, I think of the Castries Southeast seat. That's Mr.
Guy?
Well, Guy Joseph is not the rep right now, but the current rep, who has
Rockham?
Mr. Henry, who has, I think the party took a decision
Yeah.
to not let him contest the seat. Now, let me be honest with me, boy, I wouldn't take that nicely at all. Knowing me and my personality,
Yeah.
right? I have to wonder, well, what am I doing that's wrong? Now it's true. If I realize maybe you really don't want me there, kind of thing, I have to accept it. I have to accept it. But especially if you see I know I'm doing my best, and you don't want me to be around you anymore. That goes for the females as well, don't it?
That's what
No, but
came
you
to
goes
could
for
be,
the females.
you
I
could
don't
maybe
take
think
kindly-
you're doing your best, but when the polls are conducted, it says something totally different.
Well, that's if they conducted a poll, so we don't know. Sometimes I mean maybe the leadership of the party just figure as though it's just a smart thing to do. Maybe they can feel a vibe. They can feel a vibe. But nonetheless, that's why I want us to talk about that. How would you take it? I'm telling you, for me, I don't take these things nicely at all. I grapple with that, to be honest with you. I don't like it, Tony. I mean, maybe there's history as to why I'm that way.
Yeah.
But I don't take very well to the rejection thing. I accept it, folks. I know some of you are on my case already. I accept it. If that's what it is, I accept it. But I don't take it well.
Okay.
Yeah, I see fellas boxing, and Mike Tyson, man, pummeling fellas, man, licks, gasa. When they first finish, fellas are hugging each other. Yeah,
After you get
you
so
give
much
me so much licks there already. I have to come and hug you. Nah, man.
But it's not always about one individual, but the future of you have sometimes the party.
That's
has
what I
to
asked.
put-
That's what I
Right.
asked. I'm asked, how would you feel? I have been honest. I said, I don't think I can take it, the rejection. I don't like it. So I want to know how you guys feel. Just be honest. Yeah. How do you deal with that sort of rejection?
I, like you, can't deal with rejection. So I don't put myself to be rejected in the first place. I just avoid being rejected.
Exactly.
You understand?
Yeah.
So for me, yes, it's a real problem. For example, we often talk about going to a party and asking a female to dance. When they tell you no, it's like, what?
Yeah. And because of that fear, I've said it already. I know some people disagree with me. I do not ask anybody to dance. I don't ask you.
Yeah.
For fear that you might tell me no, because Tony, I've seen it. Even me, when I see that's been done to guys, I say, Monsieur,
Yeah.
how am I taking that?
That's right.
I see it done. I actually see guys going up there asking the ladies to dance. The ladies tell them, move from there, or the ladies
Or they
give
just
them-
move Or they just move away from you.
They turn their nose.
or like, get that part, they move away from you.
Exactly. Yeah, literally.
Walk
I've
away
seen
from
it
you.
already.
Yeah.
I said, how many person can take that?
That's different. The nature of politics
That's not what I asked you.
is different.
What I
The
asked you.
nature of politics is different. If I decide this is what I want to do, the party's chances and the constituency's future and the ambition of that overall should be more than what it is that I want, because you know what you sign yourself up for. That's very, very important. Before you took up that position or that role, I would have to know what it is that I sign up myself for. So if internally the party then decides, you know what, you're really not doing too well based on the polls that we've conducted, and you might have to step back and give somebody else, an opportunity to better represent the party. For me, I would just be like, okay, fine, cool.
Okay, I was just, you say I come close to the mic, I'm like, okay, how would you feel?
No,
Answer the question.
that's how I would feel, because I know what I signed up myself for from the get-go.
But do you think that's part of what you're signing up for? That you're going to be rejected? You sign up for that?
No, but I said what it is already. Putting the party's chances and your constituency ahead of yourself is more important, because a lot of the times we have individuals that they're politicians and they figure, okay, I'm bigger than everybody and I'm bigger than this and I'm bigger than the party, and they do not want to move aside. And thereby that community or that constituency suffers because that person just doesn't want to move aside. And for me, if I know what I signed myself up for, this were to happen, it's okay.
Basically,
Okay.
you understand?
I understand what she's saying.
Okay.
I understand.
I was gonna,
you know what? She can take it.
yeah,
She can take it.
right. Okay, but he was a personal question.
No,
No,
but that's
I-
me. I
I-
can take it because
I think
I
she
would
answered.
know what I
I
signed
think she
myself
answered.
up for.
Yeah,
I
she
can take it.
she can take it.
Okay,
Yeah.
I can't take it.
Neither can I. Neither can I. Yeah, so that's why you see it when I don't go up in those kind of things.
Exactly.
Yeah. Anything you see, have them kind of competition and who come first, who comes second, and who top this and top that. That's not my vibe at all. Yeah. All right. So just before we go into the shout-outs, I just need to mention that this guy, this rapper, Lil Nas X, something strange happened there last week. Something really strange. I don't know what's going on with him. Folks, we're talking about somebody who had one of the greatest hits on the Billboard Top 100. I think that thing stayed there for how many weeks? At the time, it was a record. Nobody had ever stayed
Over
at number
20
one.
something weeks.
Yeah.
if you
I think
remember
eventually Shabuzi.
Shabuzi took over. With a bar tipsy or something on that side.
Yes, that's right.
Yeah.
That's right. So he was, this guy, Lil Nas X, was seen on some street just in an underwear. And he had, I think, boots on. He had boots on. They said a few days before he was posting stuff about his residence, how it looked, his home, looked ransacked and this sort of thing. Maybe it's unusual behavior for somebody like him. So I've seen that kind of behavior already in St. Lucia, where you have people just walking on the street either naked or in underwear. I've seen it here already. So you know that person is having some kind of
A
episode.
mental breakdown or something.
Some episode. Something is going on with them that they behave like that. So he was acting really, really strange. Multiple people saw him and they called the police. The police came in. I think he gave some kind of resistance, but they eventually took him in and they were able to subdue him, and they took him to the hospital. So I don't know what's up with him. I haven't heard anything, any update. Have you, Kina? Have you heard
Well,
anything?
his mom actually came out because his mom has gone through difficulty as well, and she's on the streets as well. So she initially released a statement. Well, not a statement. Some people went up to her, and she says, well, she's supporting her son, but if she has to see him right now, she'll, really give him a shakedown to tell him, hey, that wasn't the best thing to do. But Lil Nas X has been through the ringer. He's gone through a lot. And to add to what you just said, Andre, is that he posted a video of what his home looked like. He's already calling out and saying, hey, something is wrong with me. A lot of times we see that, and maybe because of his status, people didn't really read too much into it. But again, if you have a friend, a family member that they're always clean, their house is always clean, it's spick and span, there's nothing out of place, and all of a sudden you go and you realize, hey, something is wrong, it's a little bit untidy, you need to check that person. Something
True.
is happening.
True.
So a lot of times when the signs are there, we miss out on it. and that was a sign. He posted a video, maybe inadvertently, but that was a sign, and most likely because his parents aren't around. But those around him, his team, should have, really checked on him to ensure that, he's taken care of.
My turn.
No, yeah, Tony.
All that success that you both said that he had, number one song and all that, he made him really large. Andre and Kina, you know already. Bye, you're fair, bye.
Success comes with so many challenges.
Let me
I'll
make
tell you
absolutely
that
certain
much,
I clear
right?
that.
Comes with so
That
many
was a
challenges.
joke. Honestly,
I
was just being funny.
I know.
Okay? Because
If
that
it-
is what people would say. I mean,
In our
straight
society,
up. In our
if it's
society, that's what they would say.
I get that.
You're
It
fair, bye.
happens
You know what I mean?
sometimes.
Because of
That's
his success, boy, they just pray on made, they do make something.
Yeah, or you're thinking is related to drugs.
But
well,
really and
for
truly,
sure.
sometimes it might not be someone who have done something or is related to drugs. Sometimes the pressure of being consistent in your field. Not only that, you have people wanting so much from you, and sometimes you having to choose to be a loner. That takes a lot on your mental health, especially if you've gone through difficulty already. Sometimes it's very difficult when you get to that point. You do not know who to turn to. You do not know what's going to make news and what's not going to make news, and there's a downward spiral that happens.
You made a good point there, Kina. Success comes with a lot of challenges, boy. Yes,
Yeah, it does.
A lot of challenges because when you think of a lot of these stars, the kind of things that we read about, I mean, that just doesn't happen to a regular solution. I mean, these things just don't happen. And I guess because we don't have maybe the resources that they have, the things that they're exposed to. Imagine at one point he actually took those cones that you put in the middle of the road someplace, and he just put it on his head. Yeah.
Yeah, maybe that was
Yeah.
his shield at that point. You never
Yeah.
know.
Okay. Well, we wish him all the best.
I wish him all the best.
I hope everything
yeah.
will be okay. And talking about cones, just one final point. Talking about cones, on my way back home Sunday morning, something happened down in that flat there, where you have the Jay, what's it called again? Jay? We have the secondary. Okay, you know that flat road, heading to Ancillary, a flat portion of road there. I think it's close to the. Oh my God. Anyway.
I think I know what you're talking about. Flat and straight?
Yeah, and when you're heading to Ancillary.
Okay. Flat, straight. There's nice straight.
In other words, you pass communities like Cooley Town and so on. Those
Right.
areas there. You have the Solution Distillers. I think
There you go. Right.
that area there.
That straight
I just
road
forgot the name of the road. Anyway, 'cause I don't really lime there often. So I'm driving home. Anthony was with me at the time. So there was a cone. There was a cone that was in the middle of the road. Okay? Now, I'm driving, and it's either I stay left or I go right. Now, the normal thing to do is to go left because that's where I'm supposed to be, on the left side. The cone is in the middle of the road. So I went on the left side. Tony and Kina, boy, I went into one crater.
Oh,
One
I wonder
crater.
if that's what the cone was there for, the warning.
That's right. Somebody
likely.
removed the thing.
oh,
They removed it and put it in the middle of the road. So they put that cone there, right, to alert motorists to be careful. Somebody removed it and put it in the middle of the road. I went into one crater. Anthony was there. We freaked out. All it was, boom, boom. The front and back just went into that thing. I said, why, monsieur? For somebody to do something like that? Bad mind. Now, that should say something to the authorities. When these things happen, right, you realize there's a crater there, okay?
Yeah.
Try and fix that as soon as possible.
Act on it,
Yes,
act on it,
yes,
act on
yes,
it, act
yes.
on it. Yeah.
Don't just put a cone there. And for that cone to remain for maybe days because you figure I put a cone there, everything must be okay.
it could be a busted tire for some individual. Another
Exactly.
individual, it could cause a really bad accident. Yeah.
Now, if I had gone on the right side, it wouldn't happen. But it was on the left. Somebody removed it and put it in the middle of the road. Yeah, man. Anyway, bad mind.
Sorry you had to go through that.
Yeah. Okay. So let's get into the shout outs.
Okay, on WhatsApp, somebody started really early, but it's somebody's birthday today. Happy birthday, Teresa Albertine King from Fimber and Aline of Sunbuilt.
Arlene King, what's up?
Yeah. Someone also says, good morning, Andre Paul. Good morning, Tony Paul. And good morning, Kina. Have a wonderful day. God bless you guys. Coming from Kilo Barbecue Man at Dex. That's
Dax? A Dax?
at Dex is the.
I wonder if it's Dax because they do barbecue there, right, Andre?
Yes, of course.
Yeah.
Just one thing. As my good partner Arthur Gerson said, it's the Roseau. That's the Roseau area.
Roseau,
there.
Oh, that's where it
right.
happened.
Thank you.
Roseau.
Thank you.
Yes, yes,
Okay.
Yes.
yes.
Thank you very much. Mm-hmm.
Alton Basie Robinson says, blessings to you, Andre, Rev-Up team, Tony, and Keena. When Jesus says, when you see me, you see God, it's because he is an image of God. That doesn't mean that Jesus' mental and all-knowing ability is the same as God. Remember, we too are made in his image, and we do not possess his abilities.
Okay, Basie.
Yeah, that was on. What's on your mind?
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Someone else. Josiane. Good morning, Josiane. How you doing? She says, good morning, River family. A peaceful day to all. We need to pray for our beautiful country, St. Lucia.
Before you continue, I heard from my good friend Leslie. He says, the young lady speaks so well, very eloquent.
Oh, thanks.
Say hello to her and Tony.
All right.
Hi. Thank you,
Love the
Leslie.
show
Good
and the
morning.
camaraderie.
Thank you,
Thank you,
Leslie.
Leslie.
I appreciate it, man.
All right.
Thanks. Someone else says, good morning, Andre. Everyone is entitled to their opinion. Whether it resonates or not with people, it's the person's opinion. If it's not, so then it's better we remove the word opinion from the dictionary. My opinion. I'm not sure what that's about. Someone else says, story. That's when you were giving a story about, walking along the beach, Malabar, and Spot. John Quinlan says, the name is no longer Rendezvous. I don't remember the new name.
So it's not couples anymore, it's not rendezvous.
Thank you, John. Gigi says, a blessed and happy Monday, my sweethearts, Tony and Andre. Please get your pups as well.
That's Gigi, right?
Yes, yes,
Gina,
yes, Gigi.
she has a pup as well.
Yeah.
And she loves it.
Oh, yeah, she does.
Yeah, Saturday morning she went taking her walk, you know what I mean? And the dog was leading her.
You see?
Our good friend Ted, okay, one of our
Oh
listeners.
yeah, Andrea Ted. It's been a while, right?
Yes, but he still listens.
Okay.
Still listens. He says that I lost my shock tire bend rim on that same road.
Ouch. And who's paying for that, huh?
Exactly.
Nobody but yourself. Gigi also went on to say, I'm sure you will be more emotional towards your better half. Great training. Kiki, you're an awesome mommy. Give Snow a belly rub from Auntie Gina. Okay, I will. I'll surely do when I get home. Someone else says, good morning, Team Rev-Up. My concern, or I'd say problem, is the boat ride organizers. I don't know why you advertise a boat session and you cannot leave on time. It's always 3 hours after.
That's true.
Always,
And that is
always.
not good enough. They all doing it. I don't know what exactly is causing that. And it's frustrating. People like the boat vibe and they're abusing our patience.
Always.
That is true.
Yeah, always.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know any boat ride that starts on time.
Yeah.
Always late.
Okay.
But you know why? Because you have other people who are, you deal with human beings.
Yes.
And some people are just late.
Yeah,
And-
but
and-
I can't pay for you being late.
And sometimes that's an important part of the vibe, the boat ride.
What?
Yeah.
Being late?
The people who are late, somehow, you know what I mean, they just happen to be late because of certain things, and they are the ones, let's just say, for example, the eyes. That's such an important thing, you know what I mean?
You're waiting for the eyes.
Waiting
or
for
you're
the
waiting for
eyes.
something else,
Yes,
a
You're waiting
drink
for
or
you're waiting for
something.
the DJ to set
Yes.
up the system. I mean,
No,
just
be
so
early,
many
man.
things.
People are
Security.
paying their money.
Security.
Come on,
you know what I
man.
mean? All of that. There's just so many things.
Yes.
I
So-
get what you're saying,
Yeah,
but
right.
still. Someone else says Andre is talking about the hill from where the former Windham Hotel was.
Oh, okay.
Right.
Maybe, yeah. Probably so, Tony.
Right.
Probably so.
Probably, yes.
Probably
yes,
so.
Yes, yes,
Yeah.
yes, yes. That hill there. Okay, all right.
Right.
I think so. Come to think of it, I think so.
Probably.
Yeah.
Somebody says, good morning, Tony, Andre, and Keena. How you doing? Always listening. Have a wonderful day. The hotel is no longer called Rendezvous. It's Stolen Time now.
Stolen time?
Really?
Yeah.
I never heard that
Oh,
one.
sorry. It's Marcy. Hi, Marcy. Good morning. Stolen Time? No? I'll have to double check.
Yeah.
Okay, someone says, good morning, Andre. Marcella has spoken out against the $200 child support. Let your caller, okay, that was earlier on. So let me go up to 4 times, Andre. I'm not sure what that is. So that came in. at 9:42, but the person sent a message, so that's why I picked it up. It's something about new spin, so that has nothing to do with us, really. And 4 times Andre. I'm not quite sure what you said. 4 times? I can't remember. Sorry, listener. Can you send another message to explain what you were trying to say? Someone says, good morning, Paul Brothers and beautiful Kina. This is Madrina Moreau. Am I saying her last name correctly? And family. Thank you very much again for your support during this time of grief. My brother was a wonderful man. Everyone who knows him knows that about him. It's unfortunate that bipolar disorder took him from us and left us in total disbelief that his life could have been ended this way. Thanks again for sharing his story on your program, and know that we are truly thankful.
Yeah, Madrina. Yes, we understand. Yes, we certainly do
I'm sorry
understand.
you have to go through that.
Sorry about that. Yeah, that's a rough one for a family to go through a suicide. That's nothing easy. I think I know as another friend of mine who I think her father committed suicide, and she said, Andre, up to now we don't know why. We have no idea. Yeah, and she said the day he did it, he acted like normal. Yeah, like nothing was wrong.
People always act normal before they commit for some individuals, but I said it before and I'll say again, someone who has a mental condition, it's something they live with every single day. It's a challenge for them every single day, whether they're smiling, they're cooking, they're at work. It's something they have to go through, and them having to go through that every single day, it takes great courage. Because you have to get up every single day and put your best foot forward to go to work, to smile and do everything else. At some point in time, it might just be that, I know what the Bible says about, suicide and everything, but sometimes we have to try to put ourselves in that person's shoes. It just gets to a point where I do not want my family to continue seeing me like this, or maybe it's just too much for me to bear. I feel like I can't bear it anymore. So, if you do have a family member or somebody that I can't stress this enough, that's going through any difficult time, or especially a mental condition, never just give up on them. It's a struggle that they have to go through every single day. And I know maybe you two might be like, oh, I'm tired of that. Maybe they've been mean to you. Maybe they've cussed you out, or a whole bunch of other things. But just be patient and be there for them no matter what it is. And if they have taken their own life, it would shock you. But you can't blame yourself for it. It's just that sometimes they've gotten to the point that they just couldn't, bear it anymore.
You think there'll be enough time for me to read my shout-outs?
Yeah, okay, well, you could go. Good. Yeah, okay, let me finish off. Somebody says, listening from Canada, great program. Barbara chimed in, she says, always a pleasure listening to Hard Drive. Good morning, my favorite people. Luther Henry chimed in, he says, the hotel called Rendezvous is now called Stolen Times. Happy birthday to Michelle C. from her family and friends, wishing her happiness and God's blessings from the baker and kisses. Iphigenia, the last oh my gosh, wow. She says, good morning, Andre, Tony, and Kina. I just want to say thank you always for bringing light, laughter, and real conversation to the airwaves. You remind us every morning that even in the toughest times, we could find strength, community, and joy. So to everyone listening, keep your head up, keep your heart open, and keep moving forward. You've got this, Iphigenia.
Thank you, Gina. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. Yes.
Lynn says, it just happened to me at the top of our lane. A transport driver packed his vehicle at the opposite of the entrance to the lane to go to the lanes where a mechanic has a mechanic shop, and another vehicle packed on Sophia's side. So imagine the difficulty to come out of our lane. The transport driver is now coming to take his vehicle, starts cussing me up. So it goes back to what you were saying, Andre. And the person went on to say the government needs to step in and get this mechanic out of the lane. How could you have a mechanic shop to the top of the area and a third lane? It's busy, yada, yada, yada. And do you know that they are starting to put derelict vehicles back on the pavement? And it's difficult, and the rep needs to do something as well. Somebody added the Roseau stretch. You mentioned that earlier. Somebody else said Roseau. Thanks for accepting my call. Says Radiant Cats and Dogs, Roseau. Someone also says Roseau stretch has a few deep potholes and craters. So that's that. Someone says Andre, UWP does not want. Morning, Andre. The vehicles who are coming from SNS has the right of way. Guess they're just being careful. The mini roundabout,
yeah, that's
right?
what I was saying.
So they're saying that
maybe they
have
don't
the
take
right
any
of way,
chances.
just being careful.
Mhm.
And the person says, "Morning, brothers and Kiki, Andre. This time, Shas losing." Trust me. And the person went on to say that Andre EWP does not want. Okay, moving on. Moving on. I'm gonna hurry. Sorry about that because Tony has a lot to read.
Only
Somebody
10
else
minutes.
says, "Good morning, Andre, Tony, Kina. Always a pleasure listening to you all. It would be very nice if most of the business owners pressure wash the sidewalks in front of the businesses in Castries. That would look nice. Some of the sidewalks look so dirty." Someone, Andre going to the toilet 4 times a day, okay, and they laughing emojis. And someone else says, "You're welcome, thank you very much." That's from Madrina.
All right,
Over to you,
Madrina.
Totoins. Sorry about that.
Yeah. Well, don't forget, coming up at 11:30, rev up the homegrown.
Yeah.
So Tony, maybe just read the names and not necessarily go for all the details.
All right. Sharon Peter, good morning to you.
Hey, morning, Sharon.
She's
Good morning,
way
Sharon.
ahead. Well, not way ahead, 24 hours ahead. She says, "Happy Tuesday." She says, "To Kim, Janet, and the beautiful Sharon, the swim shop."
Good morning.
All right, so Pius Snappy, yeah, man. Good morning to you. Pearl Food Baby Henry, good morning. Jan Blanche Warner, good morning. Catherine McPhee sends her love.
Good morning, Kath.
Alexandrine Lisa Duval, good morning to you as well.
Good morning.
Also, Christine Shallery says, "Hey, what's up?" And
What's
she says, Malik and Stacy in Corinth, they are listening. Thank you so much for that.
Morning.
Catherine came back and said, "Love that love dog, Kina." She loved the whole vibe of the love dog. This is amazing.
Thanks.
Lucita Jean-Pierre morning. And she says, "Hi, motivation and all of that stuff." Thank you so much for that. Martha's Shop also checked in as well. Alexandrine Lisa sending sympathy greetings to the Duval family on the passing away of the aunt, Tony Duval's sister. Oh, okay, Andrea Duval of Marisil. So Duval's
sorry.
sister passed away.
My condolences.
Yeah, condolences. Catherine McPhee again. Josie Ann. Alexander Larcher. Hi, Joes. Good morning to you. Lucita, good morning again. Marilyn King. Good morning, Marilyn. Have a good day. Mario Leondi. Hi, good morning, Mario. Westy Duet, just passing this morning. I'm saying morning in en passant. Good morning to
Good
you.
morning, Westy.
Timothy Arthur, good morning. Andre Kina, Tony, watching and listening from Barbados, man.
Bonjour.
All right.
Yeah, he said, no matter wherever I go, I must listen. That's to Timothy Arthur. Wayne Cajo, also saying good morning and a blessed day. Lucita Jean-Pierre, okay, CEO Hard Drive, hey, good morning, because love, Rev-Up Jerome. We had to talk in chambers. Whoa, it's our show. All right, Lucita. Yes, we shall talk in chambers, right? Who else is checking in? Robert Cauldron, Bull. Hey, Bull. Good morning to you, man. Also, let's see, going down the line. Peter Evans says, "What's up, Pius?" Juliana Prosper. Am I correct? Juliana Prosper, the one that I know. Good morning to you. Wow. Okay, so we kind of rushed through them. And that was the last.
Wow.
Remember, I didn't
Well done,
read,
Tony. Well done.
I didn't read what a lot of them
Yes.
said.
Our apologies for that. Yeah. These things happen from time to time. Yes, when we're making certain comments, we have to make our point to the at a certain level to get the point across.
I realize that.
So yeah.
So if that's you, Juliana Prosper, my friend, good morning to you. Good to know that you're there with us. We'd really, really appreciate it.
Okay, so coming up next is going to be Rev Up the Homegrown, and that's with Tony Paul and Kina Snack. You think I didn't know? You think I didn't know the last name?
On the last
You
name.
think I didn't know it? I know it now.
You knew it a long time ago. Don't play with me.
So Kina, what do you have coming up today?
In China, a couple have spoken to each other for the first time in 20 years.
A couple?
Yeah, they lived in the same house. And there's no communication happening for 20 years.
What, miss?
If you have to hear what led to that, you'll be
Oh
shocked.
my. What?
The husband felt slighted that the wife was giving too much attention to the children, so he just stopped talking to the wife.
Can you believe this?
Yeah.
Oh my.
And one of the children decided, you know what, we grew up in that. That's enough of it.
Don't say it now, but do you have the age of this person? Don't say the age.
Yes, I have the age and everything, where it
Mama.
happened and all of that.
Monsieur. After 20 years? I heard a story one time where a gentleman and his wife were sleeping on the same bed, right? But they give each other their backs. And the gentleman is sleeping at the edge of the bed.
Wow.
The wife is sleeping at the edge of the bed.
Sheesh.
They're still married.
Imagine that.
They're still married. Wow. That is something else.
Yeah.
I
Most
guess
definitely.
that's really what you call for better or for worse.
I know, right? 20 years.
What? Monsieur Borgasa. Monsieur Bo. And I wonder how the wife was able to deal with that kind of silence, that treatment, that's the silent treatment. That must be
It must
tough.
have been painful for her.
Yes, I'm
20
sure.
years, yeah.
And the children as well. Oh my God, that's a toxic environment without even
Yeah.
being toxic. Yeah. All right, sorry, but that's an interesting one. Yeah.
Another part of the world, I'm going to say, where there's this man who lived with a knife in his chest for over 8 years and he was not aware. Yes, I'm going to break that down. It happened for real. The blade of a knife. I'm going to explain what happened.
Yeah, well, yeah,
You know?
that needs explanation. Because how? So you can't know a knife is out of it.
Except if he swallowed it.
Well, he had something happening with his body after that happened, so it's remarkable for him to not have died. So I'm going to break down what happened to his body after it got in there and why he
All
was
right.
able to survive for so long.
Okay.
Italy is banning lab-grown meats, so that's woohoo. That's great. And if you protect your happiness today, it could protect your memory later on. I've got the Rev-Up Slu News with Andre Paul at 1 p.m. The hit of the day at 12:45, and the power of a mother's church and how it shapes our future success.
And at 2 o'clock in the afternoon, of course. What happens at 2 o'clock on a Monday?
Talking insurance with Mirage
Exactly.
Insurance Agency, they'll be here in the building as well.
Let's say good morning to the staff, the management and staff of Mirage Insurance Agency.
Yeah.
We really appreciate you. I want you to know that for sure.
One of them who is on the program, my partner, Ricardo. We were together yesterday as well.
Oh, great.
Yeah, I know he limes in it's part of the team.
That's right.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so that's at 2 o'clock until 2:30. Then, of course, Kina continues until 3 this afternoon. From 3, Zen the DJ. And, folks, these days he's until 5 o'clock. So from 3 to
Yes.
5, Zen the DJ. And then from 5 o'clock, it's going to be Powell Politic.
That's it.
Hosted by Mary Polius.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
That's from 5 until 6 o'clock.
Yes.
And, of course, with assistance of Tony.
Yes.
Tony's there with her.
That's right.
Yes.
That's right. By the way, Andre, over the weekend, might have been the Friday, Ma Weeks celebrated her birthday. And I understand she's a fan. She listens to the program.
Really?
Yeah, Ma Weeks.
That's my old-time friend, eh?
Exactly. She,
Happy birthday,
She
belated.
supposedly really wanted you to give her a shout out on her birthday, but it didn't quite work out that way.
When was her birthday?
I think it's Friday, because but we didn't have this program Friday. Yeah, I think it was Friday. And a little something was held for her yesterday, Sunday. We couldn't attend,
I didn't know about that, to be honest with you.
Not
I haven't
so-
seen
not so
Mrs.
loud.
Weeks in many years, man.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Okay.
I know. I mean, she's kind of indoors right now.
Yeah.
I haven't seen her. Do you remember where she had the store, Tony?
Of course.
On St. Louis Street?
Of course. Of course.
I think right now there's what's there right now?
I have
a restaurant.
Not the pharmacy. Another pharmacy. No.
No,
Maybe not a pharmacy. No, not a pharmacy.
The I think Tikaro had a little restaurant inside there.
You're right.
But that place, Tony, I mean, Mrs. Weeks had customers
Andre,
like
I
crazy inside there because she was such a great host
Yeah.
or hostess. She was
Yeah.
such a great. That lady, you walk inside there, man, you feel like, oh my gosh, I just walked into heaven because of her demeanor, her approach to her customers and so on. I used to love going inside there. It was a pleasure going in there.
More weeks. Yeah.
Yeah, more weeks. Wow. So good morning, Ma Weeks. I hope she's listening for sure.
Good
Yeah.
morning.
Yeah.
A lot of us, Tony, from our era would remember Ma Weeks. Wow. That's something similar to like Babyland.
Right.
Have you ever heard of a store called Babyland?
Nah.
Oh, that's way before your time, boy.
Right.
Yeah, Tony.
When I came back here, I did business with both of them.
Yeah.
That's how I remember them. In particular, Babyland.
And next to Babyland was the pot shop.
Which one?
You don't remember? Yeah, okay.
I remember.
Yeah.
It was next to you, son?
Just next to, I think. Yeah, that's right. Just next to.
Meda?
Babyland. Yeah, Meda. Yeah. Meda's pot shop. You actually remember the name. Good for you. Good for you. Good for you.
I remember everything.
Yes, and you had Luke's record shop
Luke's,
there
yeah.
on Jeremy Street, and then to diagonally across there you had Says record shop. Okay, yeah, these were household names back in the day, man.
Your eyes is lit up.
Back in the day. Oh man, Mrs. Weeks, very, very good morning to you. Have yourself a great day, and nice to know that you're doing okay.
Yeah.
That's great.
Wow.
Yeah.
All right.
So we were invited to the lunch brunch thing yesterday, but it didn't quite. We didn't quite make it.
Okay. Okay. Well, obviously.
Yeah.
Alrighty, folks. So we got to wrap things up. Don't forget, stay tuned to Rev-Up St. Lucia. We have Tony Paul and Kina. They're coming on next with Rev-Up the Homegrown. Don't forget, lock it in. 95.9. Lock it in. 95.9. If you're able to do that on your device, that'd be great, because we're going to be switching over in another 2 weeks. I mean, we're going to miss 97.1, but we don't have much of a choice. We got to move on. We have to move on. Got to move on. All right?
And imagine after a year, almost 2 years, we have to change thing 97.1 to 95.9. Boy, oh boy, oh
And
boy.
try to remember that.
Try to remember, yeah.
All right.
All right. So have yourself a great show.
Thank you
Thank you.
very much. By the way, tomorrow, just quickly, tomorrow on this show, Rev Up the Homegrown, we have Alpha will be our special guest.
Oh, great.
Yes,
And as of tomorrow, we go on Facebook. As soon as we switch on from 12 to do the interview, we go on Facebook.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good stuff. So this has been Hard Drive for today, Monday, the 25th of August, brought to you with the compliments of Rambali's Funeral Parlor, JJ's Mangrove, and also Joseph Shipping Agency. Joseph Shipping Agency, the only agency in St. Lucia with 24 hours efficient service. When everyone else is asleep, we are awake. Call Joseph Shipping Agency at 484-8888. That's 484-8888. Joseph Shipping Agency.
At Randall's Funeral Parlor, we strive to bring you and your family the highest level of comfort, absolute satisfaction, and peace of mind during your most sorrowful time of need.
Our professional standards and quality services are second to none. We offer ground burials, burials at sea, cremations, and embalming, fine locally made coffins, internationally made caskets, 24-hour emergency, shipping and receiving the deceased to and from overseas.
Ram Valley's signature funeral package includes a casket or coffin collection, refrigeration and preparation of the body, her services, 100 funeral leaflets, 12 memorial buttons, 6 keurings, 10 corsages, and 1 framed photo.
Ram Valley's Funeral Parlor, Calvary Road, Castries, and Lartuni, Beaufort. For more information, please call 758-452-2021 or 758-454-9239.
A vacation is a place where love resides, where peace reigns on the edge of tides. 12 bungalows built to your satisfaction. Dine in an exquisite restaurant on the water's edge. Escape to the Mangrove Hideaway, where life begins.
Tune in now, don't wait no more. Rev-Up 97.1, feel the beat from shore to shore. St. Lucia's not